what if scenarios, how about, oh no, but what if we, and today is the day where it's all come to fruition. We've put together 3 people who, they may very well have done a panel together before, but I don't remember it. And if I don't remember it, as far as I'm concerned, it didn't happen. So ladies and gentlemen, oh, there goes Rob Benedict being set on the floor. Bummer, sorry Rob.
See you, Rob.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, David Haydn Jones, Adam Fergus, and Gil McKinney.
It's Steph. She has her P45.
Wait, what?
Oh, you don't have P45s over here?
No.
It's when you get fired.
Thank you. You know what's bullshit? Is that Norton, he didn't deserve a rim shot for that.
I felt sorry for him.
Okay, that's a mercy rim shot.
A rim shot?
That's what that's called. Shot. Good. That's it.
Oh, again.
All right, before I get canceled, I'm leaving. Bye, everybody.
Give it up for Richard Spade. I'm the man.
Bye, Richard's hologram.
What up,
So
Chicago? How y'all doing?
Yeah, like, seriously, you seem a little bit muted for the linchpin, the OG icon of Supernatural. How are you doing, Chicago?
You guys know you're all here for the generic white guy panel.
Exactly. And to those who identify and participate, a joyful Pride Week and month and joy.
And to those, fuck it, don't. Who don't?
What does the phone go to?
I don't know.
The random old phone.
Who's using this? Ring Down Wholesale Express. I don't know. Hey, we're alone. Hey, buddy, we have a doggy. Oh, it's a beautiful golden retriever, is it? Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Okay. All right. All right, that was fun.
Should we leave or do you want to ask them some questions?
See ya.
Leave?
Leave? All right. Who said get dirty?
So mean.
Somebody say get
You said
dirty?
get dirty? Okay.
Get dirty? What do you mean by get dirty?
Hi. How are you? Good. Okay. Any kids here today? How old are you?
1.
13.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So mom, shit. All right.
Hey! Oh.
Any more kids? How old?
15.
15?
15, 13.
Oh, you're dead. Dude, how old are you, bud?
Me?
8?
Oh. Gotta watch your language.
Did you sign your comedy
10?
waivers?
Oh, Jesus. Earmuffs. But do you know how to do earmuffs?
Just do it for the whole panel.
Maybe we can get
You won't miss anything.
maybe we get some of those airline attendant tarmac with the big, you know, the big yellow.
Oh, the guys that do this?
What?
Yeah,
You guys-
that's right.
How old are you? 10.
Gotta go to the 10-year-olds in here. Okay, we'll keep it clean.
You know that's not possible.
We will do our best.
Well, we're here.
Oh, yes!
That's how you know you're getting old when you sit down.
It's the old man of Leonard's panel. Like, I am seriously only 3 years away from my Wilford Brimley phase of my career. And I'm not sad about it. I just want to be that grumpy old guy talking about my diabetes and telling people to get off my lawn. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. There we go.
All right, we got some lines to
You always just got to break the seal and get people in line. Let's go over here first. Hi.
Hi, I'm Abby Lynn.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, Abby Lynn.
My question is, if you could be any Disney princess, who would you be and why?
Jasmine. Lily Stone. Ariel. Does Moana count as a princess?
Yes.
She's kind of like more of a chieftain, isn't she? But
Moana's my favorite of the movies, I think. I like Moana a lot. Well,
Have you watched
Ratatouille I love.
Have you watched Encanto?
Yes.
Pretty phenomenal. Yeah. Watch it again.
I watch it again. Yeah. Okay. I will do.
It grows on you. I wasn't mad about it at first, but then We Don't Talk About Bruno is a fucking earworm. Sorry, yes. I'm sorry. Oh gosh, I'm a Hallmark guy. I should clean this up. I just feel like we're in a safe space here. I get to be earworm. You know where you just keep singing. You can't get talk about Bruno.
I was in Trader Joe's or something the other day, and which is a grocery store in California, and I was singing.
They have them elsewhere.
I was singing. They have them elsewhere? I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah. Great. That's okay. So you know what Trader Joe's is, right? The friendliest staff on the planet. They're really friendly anyway. But I was singing Frozen song. Let It Go, is it? Yeah.
Oh wow.
I was banging it. I didn't realize. I was picking up some cucumbers, and there was an old lady just looking at me the whole time, going,
Cucumbers.
You know, yeah, big ones. You know, the English cucumbers are kind of have more girth to them.
They're a little crooked too, aren't they?
They curve off to the left.
And our
promise if we keep it like that, we keep it as
we're good. We're good. Yeah.
Our safe word is eggplant, just so you know.
Aubergine.
Okay, sorry, continue. You were singing Let It Go.
Yeah, that was it. Like, she was just looking at me and she goes, you know you're singing out loud.
And then
Oh shit, sorry.
They call it security.
I've been watching a lot of Disney movies. My kids don't even understand them yet, but it's a good excuse to watch all the princess movies. But yeah, you go. Thank you, Abby Lane. Is there a follow-up? Who would you be?
Who would I be?
Yeah.
Princess Anna or Rapunzel?
Rapunzel. Interesting.
I made David wear my Rapunzel crown today. He looked great. You wore my Rapunzel crown in the photo op.
What? You were?
Yeah. No, I didn't.
You have no memory of being a princess?
Hey, by the way, you can pull your masks down to ask the question, because we're hearing like about 50%. So I wore your Rapunzel dress.
No,
I in front of people, I deny it.
You wore my Rapunzel crown.
Clown.
Crown! A fucking crown, a tiara thing.
Children. The children. Think of the children. Oh my God.
Thank you, Abilene. Moving on.
Welcome.
Sorry for my colleague.
Thank you for turning my princess joke into cucumbers.
He's got bad hearing. He's old. He's old.
I got the diabetes.
My goddamn back. Hello. My fucking gal. Hi, Steven.
Hey, Steven. So, in honor of Pride Month, I would like to ask, have you dressed in drag before? And if you haven't, would you?
I dressed in drag every day of my childhood because I had a mean older sister who had no sisters. It was just me and her until my younger sister came along 9 years later. So for this photographic evidence that I will find, and maybe I'll make it one of my photos to sign, but it's my mom's wigs and my mom's old nurses' uniforms. So it was really quite kinky at the age of 8.
Like it.
And yeah, there's some really weird photos. In fact, it's what inspired me to be an actor, was dressing up as a kid.
I allow my daughter to paint my nails and do a little makeup on my face. But that's about as far as I've gone. I'm going to admit.
Could you do it tomorrow night, maybe? Could you dress up tomorrow night for... Are you singing tomorrow night?
Of course.
Okay, maybe you can dress in drag tomorrow night for Pride. Sure.
Yeah, you hear me, folks?
I don't. How many people here know the incredible two plays, Angels in America, Millennium Approaches, and Perestroika? So, yeah, amazing, right? So, I was fortunate enough to be a young actor in Toronto, and I was with that cast for 2 years.
Wow.
And I had to do a Shakespeare monologue as a drag queen to get the job. It was one of the hardest auditions I ever did, but I got my on.
Still got it.
So I had to make out with my brethren and kiss and have love scenes, and you had to get a full drag character. My drag was Caramel. And then when I was in musical, was it? Well, children. The children. You're gonna ruin Werther's for them forever. And that's an old man candy. Listen to me. I like hard candy.
That's all you do.
I like to suck on hard candy.
Yes, you do.
Have a glass of sassafras and a mint julep. And then also there was this great, when I was doing musical theater, my first job, there was a lip sync contest at the Bank in Calgary, this fabulous gay bar. And I did a backup go-go dancer, 3 of us, to the song from Earth Girls Are Easy, Cause I'm a blonde B-L-O-N-D, Cause I'm a blonde, don't you wish you were me? I have pictures.
Were you blonde at the time?
I am hideous. No, I was one of the backup go-go dancer. I had a little crop skirt and high heels.
Look at you.
And I have the pride to say that I have been fitted for drag male stilettos. So I've still got those in my bag. So I can represent, but I'm hideous. I'm hideous.
Thank God you didn't have to wear a hat of some description, because they wouldn't be able to find one for you. But it reminded me of the story, the very first play. I've told many people the story before, but the very first play I ever did was for Dublin Gay Pride. And I had to do a striptease on stage. I played this character called Tartan Tom. And the opening of the play, I'd walk out with 2 broadswords, because he was Scottish, of Scottish descent, living in Canada. And so I'd walk out on stage. I was wearing like this khaki shirt and a kilt, and I'd walk out with 2 broadswords like that, and do my routine. So I'd open the shirt, and then I'd open the kilt, and then the strip club was called The Ranch in the play, but my mom didn't know I was gay and thought I worked at a steakhouse called The Ranch. And as I'm taking off the kilt, the kilts, they fold over on themselves, so they still have one flap to open. And as I'm about to open this other flap, my mom walked in and got horrified. So
Like your mom in the play or your real mom?
no, my real mom cried her eyes out. She was so proud, but my mom in the play was not so impressed.
Gotcha.
But in rehearsals, my producer brought me to a gay strip club to watch and see how it's done.
Research.
But this is why producers can never be trusted, because he had said to the guys who he knew the guys who run the night, and it was like amateur night. Normally they have professional dancers out there, but it was amateur night where they pulled people from the audience. So I'm standing in the back and I'm like innocent, like 22-year-old or whatever I was. And he goes, "Oh, I believe we have a special guest here. Is there an Adam Fergus in the audience?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he pulls me up on stage. And he hands all 3 of the other 2 guys and myself a bottle of baby oil, or baby oil. Is that what's called, baby oil?
Yeah, what you do with it?
And a towel. And he goes, "Whoever does the best striptease, whoever gets down to their nothingness the quickest and the best wins." So I'm like, watch, these guys are ripping off their shirts, and I am shitting myself. I'm like, oh my God. And I just picked up the mic, I said, "If you want to see more, you have to come and see the play." And I got out of it. But it's still one of the dearest things I've ever done, and it has a special place. If you ever want to read that play, it's called Kilt, by a Canadian playwright called Jonathan Wilson. It's a brilliant play. It's so gorgeous.
Thank you for that question. We learned a lot here today.
Thank you.
I had no idea.
Hello.
What's up? What's up? What up?
So,
No, not Adam.
Okay, so I'm a horror fanatic. So my question is...
A horror fanatic? Horror fanatic? Sex work is real work. I just wanted to... You can find me on OnlyFans. Or as I like to call it, PG-13 Cameo. Here we go. What?
So a 2-part question. First of all, what's your favorite horror movie? And second of all, if you had to live inside of one, which one would you choose?
My favorite horror movie is Pretty Woman. She's... What? The Shining for me. Is that considered horror?
Yeah, absolutely.
Horror? Shining. What was the other question?
If you could live inside a horror movie, which one would you want to live in?
If I would live inside a horror movie, why would I want to live
I'm gonna live inside it.
No, it wasn't proposed, would you like to? It's if you had to. You don't get a choice.
I loved The Ring, the original Ring.
You go live inside the ring?
Phenomenal. I don't know that I'd want to live in there though.
Depends whose ring it was.
I love The Grudge. I actually did The Grudge 3, straight to video. So I got to live in that for a little bit. That was fun. Check cleared. Yeah, it took a while, but. Oh man. Yeah, those two were the first ones that pop into my head. I'm not a huge horror buff, I guess, but my wife doesn't watch any of that, so she was just like, I'm watching them all alone if I do.
That's no fun because you get scared shitless on your own.
This is a good opportunity for me to plug my new film. It's called Metamorphosis. You can clap, even though you haven't seen it. You can get it on Amazon Prime. Please give it a watch. Even if you hate it, rate it and review it, please.
I think the Babadook kind of scared the shit out of me. If I was to live inside a horror movie, I like to live inside. Is Scream considered a horror movie?
Yes.
Seems for sure. Seems quite I'm smarter than most of those people in the choices they make in that movie. So I think I might make it all the way to the end.
I might like to live in The Shining. I don't know.
In the maze?
It's a nice hotel.
It's a hotel's nice. Look out for those twins. Those twins.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know. So I'm gonna dress my twins up as those twins.
Does Bill Murray have a cameo in Zombieland? I want to hang out in Zombieland in the Bill Murray scene. Yeah, because I would love to hang out with Bill Murray. Yeah, I want to. Hi, great question, thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
My name's Emma, and I just wanted to know what's your favorite supernatural storyline that doesn't pertain to your characters?
Yeah, take it away, boys.
Does an episode one-off count, or does it have to be an arc?
Preferably an arc, but one episode would be fine.
Oh well, Baby is.
I was just gonna say Baby.
Baby's extraordinary, just as a piece of cinema.
That was awesome. I didn't see that one. That was I've seen them all. What are you talking?
But I keep hearing from Jensen, and I've only sporadically got around it, that whole Purgatory arc I really want to check out. So that's my new viewing assignment for Supernatural when I have one iota of time, not being on the road and parenting and auditioning and stuff. But I really want to check out because that's where there's a lot of Leviathans, right? Yeah, and the Leviathans are my favorite monster that I've seen, so yeah. Well, shout out to Leviathans, man. So I'm gonna check out the Purgatory arc, and that's 7, 6, 7, 8? 7? So I'm getting
7, dude, obviously.
I'm chipping away. I'm chipping away from the beginning. I did my top 20 episodes online when I got Catch. And just cross-referenced like 3 different like best of lists, and that's where I found out Baby, The French Mistake, Changing Channels, holy moly, that is innovative and fun TV.
What's the episode 10, season 5 that the girls are in? Yeah, that's an awesome episode. I love that. That would be mine.
Is there one called Yellow Fever? Yeah, I like that one.
Were you in that one?
Is that the one with the cat? Yeah, that was fun. No, it wasn't in that one. I was the cat. That one was funny.
Wow. What's your favorite arc?
My favorite arc?
No pressure.
Jeez, okay. Probably, I don't know.
Yeah, see how hard it is? You see how hard it is? Come on, back at you.
Probably Soulless Sam. Probably Soulless Sam. I just rewatched the whole series before this con, so
good for you.
That's definitely up there.
You rewatched the entire series?
I'm in season 14 right now. So
good for you.
Yeah.
After season 12, it goes downhill.
After Henry dies, it goes downhill.
That's season 1. I'm joking. I know.
Season 8?
Yeah.
Great question.
Great question. Thanks for giving 110%.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
So my question here is for Gil. Would you ever do a sequel to LA Noire? Because because I'll be honest, Jack Kelso is my character. Like,
Oh, that's so sweet.
I
Thank
love
you.
Jack. And really, like, your character is what made me like that if you're acting. And like, honestly, I'd love to do mocap, but I love LA Noire.
That's so sweet. Thank you. I love. It doesn't happen often, but when somebody brings up LA Noire, it makes me very happy because I don't think I've worked as hard on anything as doing that video game. And yes, if they ever did a sequel, I would love to do it. And the plan was for them to do a sequel where Jack would be the lead of the game, and it did not happen. The producers, there was some issue, so they ended up canning it. But yeah, we worked really hard on that. And you know, doing those scenes in skin tight, I don't even know what it's made of. Let's just lycra. With balls all over you. It's a challenge.
I'm about to step off this chair.
It's just like so many balls. But no, thank you so much. I love that character. I believe I did that. I'm fairly certain I did that before I got the part of Henry. And there was definitely some little things about Jack Kelso that I wanted to have in Henry. I loved working on that game, but like I said, it was very hard. It was a lot of work, long hours in the Lycra. But thank you so much. Unfortunately, I don't think there will ever be a sequel. But if there's any gamers out there, they're looking for a new game. It's called LA Noire. Came out what, 6 years ago, maybe something like that.
Is it a shoot 'em up? Is it a?
It's a little bit of a shoot 'em up, but it's more of like problem solving, like crime solving. Set in Los Angeles.
You know, I played a game during the pandemic. Myself and Haydn played this game that was like that, but what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. It scared the shit out of me. Rami Malek is in it. Until Dawn. Holy, yeah, it was scary. That's probably the scariest movie I ever watched or been in. Yeah, it was really good because you make choices and different characters die as person.
This is a movie or a game?
It's a game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Until Dawn. So like, it scared, did anyone else play it? Yeah, it's scary, right? Or is I just a pussy? A little bit of column A, a little bit from column B. Thank you, great question.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going good, thank you. I am a huge fandom person, love Harry Potter, love Supernatural, Criminal Minds. So if you had to pick a TV show fandom to live inside of, which one would it be and why?
To live inside the fandom?
Living inside of people.
Star Wars for me, because I was that generation where my brain just broke when I saw that on the big screen, and I was just like, it was another piece of the puzzle, which is like, I would love to be able to do something like that someday.
Yeah.
And then Han Solo just being the coolest character until Boba Fett came along. So,
I still think he trumps Boba Fett, but
well, no, of course. But I just loved. I'm a huge design and architecture nerd too. I don't know if you know my background, but like Ralph, I have the book of all of Ralph McQuarrie's original A New Hope like production drawings, and I could just live in that world of the sumptuous, incredible artwork that he is now just so iconic. We just take it for granted, but that's so much of Ralph McQuarrie's incredible vision.
awesome.
All right.
It's hard to beat Star Wars because I was, but you know, he's not the most popular guy in the world, but I'm a
Kevin Spacey? I'm sorry.
Big Kevin Spacey. No, I'm a Tom Cruise nut. There I said it, right? And I don't have told the story. I haven't seen it yet. I cannot freaking wait. So when I was about this gentleman's age, maybe a bit younger, I was about 8 years of age, and in Ireland we used to get the movies a year after the movies came out here in the States. Like you'd be waiting for a year, you'd hear about it, and this movie, Tom Cruise, blah blah blah. So I was about 6 when it came, when it was made, and I was about 8 or 9 when it came out on TV. So it comes out in the cinema, and then about a year later it comes out on TV, right? So I'm the only one in my house that can operate the VCR to program a movie to watch. Program it in.
This is how you programmed your VCR? I was like, I wanted to know what those Irish VCRs they push your feet on. Wow.
So that's what I got.
It's still blinking! It's still blinking!
So then you know, it's time to go to bed, son. So like, no, I go to bed at 8, 9 o'clock, whatever it was. And I go to school the next day, and I tell everyone in school, I'm going to watch Top Gun after school. They're like, oh, fuck you, man, my parents would let me stay up. And very few people had VCRs back then, in the olden days. And then I get home from school, I bypass my mom, throw my bag down, jump in, turn on the VCR, turn on the TV, Top Gun, and my mind is blown. I'm watching 6 inches from the TV until the Kelly McGillis, Tom Cruise sex scene comes on. Now, if you watch the movie, it's not a sex scene. It's a little bit, you know, risque, but like even a 10-year-old, I wouldn't let you watch it. That's not saying much. So the sex scene comes on, and then the TV just goes, I'm like, what happened, Mom? My dad had pushed pause on the recording with the view to unpausing it, but the guy obviously got so into the sex scene, he didn't unpause it, and scarred me for life. But anyway, long story short, I'd live inside of Top Gun if I possibly could, and I cannot wait. New theater opened in Woodland Hills, where myself, my wife, and my kids are at the moment, so we're gonna go next week and check it out, and I just cannot wait. Who's seen it? Is it everything that I'm imagining it's going to be?
Thumbs up.
Oh, yeah. Great stuff. Cool. I cannot wait.
I'm excited. I'm so excited for practical stuff on
no CGI.
Big screen. Yeah, like I'm sure dusting, but like you know, most of it is all practical, right? Amazing.
In camera tricks.
Great question. Thank you. Oh, Gil, you go up?
No.
Sorry.
Did you answer? No, I didn't. You know, I watched Justice League the other day for the first time, and I'm not like a huge comic book superhero guy. I mean, those movies are amazing. I gotta say, I used to think I liked Marvel more, but now I think I'm more of a DC guy. Like the DC universe. But then I watched this whole movie, and somebody said, did you watch the Snyder cut? And I said, I didn't know there was another cut. So have you guys seen both cuts?
4 hours long.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's infinitely better.
So did he cut anything?
Yeah, it's just the Snyder uncut.
It was fun. I really enjoyed that film quite a bit. So yeah, that's kind of been my new thing. Like,
you know what?
And my daughter's at the age that she can like almost watch that stuff. She probably shouldn't, but I've let her watch like a couple of the Spider-Man movies. You know, she told me the other day she wanted to be Venom for Halloween. Yeah. I'm like, how do you even know what Venom is? She's 5.5. She's like, Dad. She's like, she grabs my phone. She's like, Siri, show me pictures of Venom. I'm like, oh man, how does she even know how to do that? How does Siri allow her? Well, there's probably some parental settings I could put on my phone, but I haven't. Because then you wouldn't be able to watch. I wouldn't be able to watch. There's things I want to watch too. Daddy time. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Since you guys are very well-seasoned actors, I have to know one question. What is one role, no matter the amount of money you guys are given, what role would you never take?
Pedophile.
Yeah. Ever since that actor did Happiness, you remember the movie Happiness? It's like he's the only one that seemed to be able to pull it off. I can't remember his name. He's a wonderful actor. But that's for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I draw the line. Anything else is on the table.
No, and I agree with that 1,000%. Except Henry Czerny did an incredible miniseries where he played the Catholic bishop in Nova Scotia. Do you know about this?
No.
And it's heartbreakingly good and bad at the same time. And he plays the role so beautifully and nuanced. You don't have empathy or sympathy for the guy at all. But you understand how he was bred and forged to do this horrible thing. Anyone know the actor Henry Czerny? I mean, yeah, you know his face. Well, you would know his face. Incredible character actor. To me, it's not about the character so much. It's about how contextualized the role and the purpose of the story is. Does that make sense to you? In other words, if it's propaganda, if it's ideology over content, because we need villains and we need bad people in epic and archetypal storytelling. So it has to be all about the, well listen, I played a sociopathic murderer. in a show called Supernatural. Do you think any part of me is like, you know, he made good choices that Mr. Ketch.
Just be yourself.
It was a little too much murder for me, puppet. And obviously it's in a big fantastical world, and the killing has this sort of broad, you know, even at times, you know, over the top element to it. But you buy into the story, you buy into the world, and it's still, you know, it's still killing. It's murder, mayhem, and assault, and all that stuff. So again, I think anything's on the, like, for example, like Taika Waititi plays Hitler. Like you would say, you know, who would want to play Hitler? Well, it's not you want to play Hitler, but you want to make fun of the ideas and the ideology of the Nazi regime through this little boy's eyes in a very comedic and broad way, right? So that's brilliant, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I think everything's game as long as it's contextualized and the narrative is true to story. Does that make sense?
It serves a purpose.
Yeah.
Right?
Not propagandized or ideologically driven, if that makes sense. Thanks, great question.
Great question. Yes? Hey.
Hi. What makes a good life?
What makes good life?
Gratitude, daily gratitude. Find something.
Money.
Multiple things. I know a lot of
lots of money.
I know a lot of really, really rich people, and a lot of them are really, really not happy.
Yes, I jest, of course.
I know, of course.
It changes every time, you know. I thought I had a good life until I had kids. It's infinitely better having to take care of these munchkins. And that's just complete, your life changes in a nanosecond, and then keeps changing because you can't imagine how you can love something more and more and more and more each day, but as you see them graduating into different types of people and get older, it just becomes, yeah, so that's, for me, it was kids, I suppose, for now. Until I start hating them.
Yeah. No, kids are the best and the worst at the same time. I would say this is so hard to do, but being happy with what you have, you know, and trying to like live in the moment. You know, I mean, I'm speaking for myself, like if I'm in the past, you know, thinking about things I did that I'm ashamed of, or I'm worrying about the future that I'm missing right now, I'm like, that's, you know, that's the challenge. But I tell my daughter all the time, she's already almost 6 years old, worrying about things, and I'm like, let's just stay right here, right now. Let's do what's in front of us, you know. I think if you can work on those things, that you have a chance to have a good life, I think.
And that's the kind of the nice thing that we have as actors, right? One of the things that's nice about our discipline is when you're doing it really well, and when you get in that zone, and we think we've all been in that zone, it's called moment-to-moment acting. And it's called moment-to-moment. You can take that into your life. Live in the here, live in the now, live in moment-to-moment. And if you practice some gratitude, love what you have, not what you don't have, we get a little, and you know, practice kindness, which again, I see you. I just got to know a lot of you in the last 5 years. A lot of kindness in this family, and keep doing what you're doing, because I think everyone's making each other's life pretty good here. And I always hear the best stories from y'all.
How many people here is their first con? Wow, welcome. Like that's half the audience, right? The show is over 5 years ago almost, 4 years ago, whatever many years ago, 3 years ago.
6 months ago, I don't know.
But that's amazing. But this is amazing, and for you guys, we're not the main attraction if you keep coming to these things. We see like the friends you make and the interactions you have. Will stay with you forever. It is true. Welcome to the ride that is the Supernatural Convention Center, because it's a fucking blast.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So as kids, what did you guys like want to do? And then with that, did you guys see yourselves, if you did want to be an actor, did you guys see yourselves sitting here and being surrounded by a giant fandom?
No, not at all.
No, I remember it was Ruth Connell, who I was one of the first people I met when I came to do Supernatural, and the first thing she did was take a selfie with me, and she goes, "What's your Twitter?" And it just exploded the next day. And then she started talking to me about these conventions. I hadn't even just finished my first episode, and she was like, "Wait, conventions are going to blow your mind." And like just you know, pandering as it might seem, like it has. It's changed, given me such it's opened my mind incredibly. I've definitely become a better person as a result of experiencing a lot of things that I would never have experienced, and met a lot of people that I never would have met, and seen the generosity of a fan who's never met another fan who's sick at home and can't come, and buying them an autograph and mailing it to them. Like, even mailing someone something is an effort. I'm going to try and stop saying the F-bomb. Is an effort. Like, it's how, so, you know, the extent that people go to be kind, and it's really blown my mind. You know, I hope these things go on for a long time from a selfish perspective as much as from everything else. And yeah, I always wanted to be an actor. And as I said to that gentleman, I had a sister who would direct me in plays and put on plays for my neighbours and stuff like that, and basically, like, yeah, try and sell her younger brother's body to the locale. And I just fell in love with it, and I always wanted to do it, and thank God I got an opportunity to do it.
Yeah, I from a very early age, I thought that this is what I wanted to do. I often question it, you know, as we do, but this is like some of the best things that have happened to me in my life have been the most unexpected, and this is like up there, you know. I'll never forget. I was on set, and Jensen pulled me aside and started telling me about the conventions. I had no idea. I knew the show was hugely popular and had a fan base, but I had no idea that any of this went on. And he said, "Look, you know, they're probably going to call. You need, like, just say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes." And I'm so glad I did, because it has been life-changing, like Adam said.
Ditto. Yeah, I mean, all the same, the only thing I would add is, like, I just had no idea that so much charity and giving would be involved as well, and inspired me to do more of that. And so you all inspired me to create things I never in my wildest dreams I would have ever created or been donating to causes. So thank you for making me a better person. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kirsten.
Hi, Kirsten.
So I was gonna ask this anyways, but then Gil made me want to ask it even more. What superhero would you guys want to be best friends with, and what superhero would you want to take over for if when they retire the suit?
Batman retirement. And yeah, best friends with Superman, because that guy gets us done. I would love to be his Lois Lane as he flew me around the earth, gently in his arms.
He could reverse spin the earth, for God's sake.
Exactly.
Was that Superman 2?
He could spin me right round, baby, right round.
Well, I was gonna say Superman for myself, but
David stole them all. No,
you know, I was actually surprised watching Justice League the other day how much I liked the Flash. Like, what a cool character that is, and what a cool power he has to help the rest of them. I mean, the cool thing about that movie was just seeing how they all helped each other. As a child, Batman. It was all Batman. You know, from when that Michael Keaton, I will never forget the feeling of sitting in the movie theater when the Batman logo appears in Tim Burton's Batman. It's just like burned into my memory. So yeah, it's always been Batman.
Yeah, for me it was Batman too. I'd love to play Batman. It's kind of been overdone now. But I suppose just for something different, I loved what Downey Jr. did with Iron Man. I just thought he was exceptional. I think he's an exceptional actor. I think so I'd love to be best mates with Iron Man. And then I suppose Batman would have to be it. So
But yeah, I mean, both of those guys just have shit tons of money, right? I mean, they don't have powers per se. They just have so much money that they can create this world, right? They can make a superhero out of themselves, and there's something about that that's, you know, people find very
One more
fascinating.
quickie. Somebody, Christian, and by the way, guys, do you want to, if you're going to be here tomorrow, come to the top of the line.
Yes,
ask your questions
say your questions, come up first.
Yeah, come to the top of the line. But we get one more, go ahead.
What is the worst advice you've ever been given?
Be an actor. No. Cheapers.
So much for the speed round. I mean, that's...
Do your own stunts.
Put your finger in that hole. I don't know. Oh. What was his name?
Nothing from Norton. I mean, you're really phoning it in. If that doesn't get a rim shot.
Well, the good news is he's
Rim shot.
I can't hear his mic.
Rim shot.
I was talking about electrical engineering, gentlemen. How dare you?
Thank you so much, guys.
I'm backing your play. I was on your team.